Alright guys, welcome to Codeside Academy. It's the Python guy again. Saying welcome to Python tutorial lesson 3. Okay, don't forget to check out the courses in Codeside Academy. Alright, the one that will be of help to you. Okay, so in this one we are going to jump right in without any waste of time. Okay, so at the tail end of my other video, I actually made something like this. I actually made a statement like this. Okay, what is this statement all about? This statement is variable and value. Okay, in the concept of variable and value cut across every programming languages. All right, in every programming language you're going to be doing, of course, the first thing first is always going to be how do you declare your variables. All right, in JavaScript actually has a way of declaring or assigning values to variable name. All right, PHP has its own. C and C sharp, C++ do have their own, as well as Java. Okay, so some of them actually uses what you call maybe signs, okay, or keywords. Okay, this will be familiar to JavaScript now. It's either this or you'll be seeing something like this. Most of the times you're going to be using some initial keywords there, but now in Python you just have it straight and short like this. Okay, this is how you describe variable in Python. Okay, now why do you have to declare a variable? You have to declare a variable because if you ever need to make use of a value, all right, in many places within your script, and those values variables, okay, it's called variables, right? The term variables, it's liable to change. Okay, now I have 43 here. What if I come later and I say, okay, I want this to be 46? Now it has changed. That is to say that wherever I have a, maybe I have a in many places, all right, the value of course is also going to change from what it was initially to what I've recently assigned it to be. That's the concept of variable. Okay, if for instance I've declared this a maybe at the beginning of my program, and maybe I decide to say, oh, this value actually assigned to a is causing me a problem here, that shouldn't be it. If I have not declared it as a variable, I will have to go over each and every use and start correcting them, changing 43 to 46, and you know how that could be for me, but I don't know about you. But if you've had assigned this value to a variable, okay, it would have just been kind of like this, and it applies immediately. That's it. Okay, now what are the parts of variable? Of course, this is the very simple way and the elementary way of assigning a variable in Python. But now let's really talk about the procedures. First of all, we have something called variable names, which we'll talk about shortly. We have something called assignment operator. Then we have something called a value. This is the value, all right? This is the value. It's as the same as saying that thing A. No, I don't say thing now. Let me just say thing equals to, maybe let me put sort here. Okay, so this is my variable name. Okay, just the way this one is. All right, this is the assignment operator. This single equal to is an assignment operator. Okay, it actually it actually has different meaning from what it is in the normal regular school that we go to back then. Okay, this is an assignment. That's just to say, okay, a from now on carry on with the value of 45. Seen from this line on, carry on with the value of sort. That's what it means. So whatever I'm calling thing, I know I'm referring to sort. Whatever I'm calling a, I'm referring to 45. Short and simple. Okay, so and that's the same thing. basically the same concept. Okay, so this is the very basic way. But what do you want to know? If I have B like this and I have C like this as well, okay, these are variable name. I can actually make this in one line, okay, but now it has to have corresponding value. Okay, it has to have a corresponding value for it not to throw an error. Like let's say this. Okay, so let's try out this. Even if you run this now, you just need a way to output. I've already saved it. I save it as I have saved this as variables value.py. Look at the name right here. This one, right? Variables and values. I believe you could see that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and run this program now. Now I want you to observe something. My program ran successfully without an error. Why? Because I ran it, my interpreter got prompted, but it's not showing and it's not displaying any error, but it's still prompting me that wow, it's ready. So I'm not seeing anything here because I'm not outputting anything here. Okay, now say I want to print the value of A like this. All right, so run again. Okay, it's going to run. All right, it's running and giving me 45. Okay, so that should now tell you that should probably must have prompted you of what you think will become of other. In this statement right here, A is taking the value of the first value, while B takes this one that follows, and C just like that. Okay, if I do this now, if I also want to output them the way I have inputted them here, all right, if I save like this and run, look at the way it comes out. All right, it come out just the way I have declared them, or I had declared them. That this is the concept of variable. Is that clear? This is the concept of variable. Now whenever I'm making use of them, whenever I'm making use of these statements, like whenever I want to make use of B, A, C, I don't have to start saying A is equals to this anymore, because I already declared it right here. All right, so that's what I want you to find. That's what I want you to see. But no cause for alarm. You can as well do this. Okay, you can as well do this, and as well do this like this. Okay, so if I save this now and run, everything still works the same. Okay, so assigning them like this doesn't mean that I can't call anyone I want to call individually. I can call them if I want them. Okay, it doesn't have to be all of them at the same time. Okay, so what I have this statement here now, what it translates to is simply this is what it simply translates to. B is equals to 40 and C is equals to 33. All right, so great way, thank you. So this is what it simply translates to. Okay, so this is basically what variable is all about. But guess what? Your Python programming actually interprets from top to bottom. All right, it interprets from top to bottom. Okay, so if I ever describe maybe another A like this, like A now is equals to 20 or 22. Look at, observe what's going to happen here now. It's not going to throw an error. Alas, it works well. Okay, it's not going to throw an error. I promise you that. Just save it and run. The only thing it's going to tell you is that your A is 22. Meanwhile, we actually have A 45 here and we have A 22 here. Okay, why do you think it's like that? That's because Python is an interpreted language. That's the word. It's an interpreted language. Okay, it's not it's not compiler that actually compile the code. It's not something like C++ or C sharp that actually run in compile. No, this one is interpreted, and it's actually got interpreted from top to bottom. Okay, from top to bottom and from left to right, right, left to right, top to bottom. Okay, so it's actually reading A as 45 here, but once it get to A again, it immediately assign the new value to A. So that's what it is. Is that clear? So that's what it is. That's basically what it is. So once you assign your variable, you have to be sure of what you are using. You have to be sure of the value you are assigning. Okay, so you can't use the same variable name in the same script. All right, as a matter of fact, you might even have to be conscious of the names that you are choosing so that you won't end up using the same name all over and over again. Yeah. Okay, now what I want to talk about again now is the variable names itself. The variable name itself, we'll talk about their values, but now let's talk about the variable name itself. Variable name can actually start basically with anything but not number, right? You can't have something like 2 3 a equals to this. No, this won't work. All right, but you can actually have a3 and it will work. Is that clear? So let's say I have a3 equals to, let's say 50. Right, this is variable, and once let me test this out by just printing a3. Okay, I save right there and I run this. It's printed 50. Why? Because I'm printing this. But now let me do it the other way around. If I say 3a now, right, and I say 3a, save it right there and run. Now it's going to tell you invalid syntax. And what does the IDLE helps you to do? It actually points out to the place where you're having the error. All right, so it's telling me that it is invalid to do something like this. You can have your alphabet, you can have it start your variable name with anything alphabet and an underscore as well. Okay, but it mustn't be a number. Let's say I have underscore a to be 15 right now. Let's be sure. Victor, are you sure this is going to work? I think so. Okay, save it right there, run it. Okay, it worked. All right, it worked. So you can't use number to start a variable name. Okay, you can use an underscore, and that's where what you want to know is you can't actually, there are symbols you can't use. Okay, you can't use this to begin a variable name. That is invalid. But it can neither can it even come anywhere within the variable. All right, so there are symbols that you can't just use. Let's try this one out if it works. Okay, so this is actually variable declaration conventions. Okay, so this is actually variable declaration. This is a convention you can't use. There are symbols you can't make use of. Okay, so this is it. Now if you take a look at my script, I'm already having like 3 A's. You have to be very careful. Once you begin to have codes, things are going to be getting a little bit confusing. Understand the concept of variable. We are going to be making use of it a ton. As a matter of fact, the whole of your script or our script is going to be made up of one variable or another, one variable or another. You are solving a problem and you are assigning it to a variable, but this is the beginning. This is the step. All right, I just believe that is clear. Okay, what else? You have to know you can't use number to begin the variable name. Number can actually come in somewhere between. All right, so and your variable value as well can actually be anything. Okay, I'm only using number here. You see me where where I actually got this. I say team is equals to what do I call it last time? Sorry. Okay, so this is what I call it. So if I ever want to, if I ever save this and run this code, it's going to output sugar. Okay, so this is the concept of variable. All right, so if there's anything you need to know in our subsequent lesson, I'm going to be explaining them, but for now you just have to know what and what is expected of you. Now it's showing you invalid syntax because this is Python IDLE, so it recognizes the syntaxes that are not acceptable and is throwing them. Perhaps there are some text editor that won't even show you that you have an error right there, so you have to be careful. And this is how this tutorial is of benefit, of help to you, to know that there are things you cannot do. You have to stick by convention. Convention means working with what is acceptable by the language. Okay, so this is the primary aim of this tutorial, variable assignment and value. Okay, so while the variable name is an identifier for a particular value, okay, why is an identifier for a particular value? In that word now, I printed a just now, right? Let me take this away. I printed a just now, right? When I save this and run, I printed a just now. If I ever have anything to do with maybe the number 22 now, I don't have to start calling 22. I can actually say a plus, all right, a plus c. Is that clear? A plus c, and this will actually run smoothly. Is that clear? A plus c. Now I can as well assign this to, let's say, what I'm going to have. Okay, let's say f is equals to this. All right, so now let's print f. If you save this and run this, it will still give you the same thing, but look at what is happening here. We are performing an operation and we are assigning it immediately to another variable called value of f. Is that clear? So one other thing I wouldn't forget to mention is that you can use keywords. Okay, you can make use of keywords in your variable declaration. As you can't use number, that is how you will be able to use keywords. There are some reserved keywords that you can't use in Python, all right, because they are reserved. They are called Python keywords. I hope, let me see. Yep. Okay, once I type in help here, okay, so help, I'm going to be saying keywords. All right, so this is also a convention. If whenever you feel you want to find out something, just follow this procedure I'm going to do for you now. So you type in keyword. Once you type in keyword, all the keywords that are in Python is going to come out like this for you. Is that clear? All these keywords are going to come out for you. So any word that you find in this place, you can't use them as a variable name. You can't. Right? If you use them, it's going to throw an error. If you think you want to try it, go ahead and use any one of these. Then let me know in the comment what was the result. Okay, so there are many and thousands of words there for you. Okay, you can't use any of these. You can't use for, you can't use tree, you can't use and, you can't use as, you can't use assert, you can't use yield, you can't use while, you can't use race, pass, you can't use class, you can't use class, and you can't use def. Why? Because they are built-in keyword, they are reserved keyword. Every programming language, I tell you, have their own reserved keywords. You can't use them for anything other than what they are supposed to be used for ordinarily. All right, if you try it, it's going to tell you that you have an invalid syntax. Okay, so that's that. Just want to show you that. So just type in keyword help keyword and it will be this. There's another way. If I exit, it's asking me to type in, call it as a function. All right. Okay, no cause for alarm, could just end this. Okay, all right, so we run this program. Okay, so we are back with our shell right here, so I don't want to start struggling with that stuff there. All right, so that's that. You can't use any of those keywords. Let's say I want to say and for now. You see, look at it, gives it a different color coding from the rest. All right, let's try and actually do this and see around. Invalid syntax. I know, because Python doesn't tell lies. Okay, so that, what do we have before? Let's just undo right there. All right, so now what will happen if you are trying to make use of a value that you have not yet described? It's going to tell you unidentified. Okay, run. All right, it's going to throw an error, a name error. All right, so there are different type of error in Python. One of them is this one. Okay, so basically guys, this is what I want you to know about variables. Okay, work with this. You're going to be seeing the advanced usage later as you proceed. Okay, so what I want you to be doing is evaluate yourself. What and what have you learned? How is it of benefit to you? And make sure you practice as a matter of importance. Okay, so thank you very much guys for watching. I look forward to see you next time.